What's cooking, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my mom's homemade dinner roll recipe. This is such a family favorite and it's perfect for the holiday dinner table. These are soft, pillowy, and super easy to make. Stay tuned for the recipe. Do consider subscribing if you're new here so you can join my foodie family, and also hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And now let's get baking. So let's start making the dough, and for the dry ingredients, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour in a large bowl here. To this, my mom is adding 1 teaspoon of yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, as it's always needed when working with yeast, and then half a teaspoon of salt. All these measurements should be exact to get the perfect result. And then just mix it up with a fork or a whisk till all of the dry ingredients are incorporated together. And to the dry ingredients, she is now adding 1.5 cups of lukewarm water. It's important for it to be warm or room temperature at least, so the yeast can do its magic to help it rise and the dinner rolls or buns to be soft. And then just knead the dough with your hands till the water and the dry ingredients make a dough-like shape. Don't over knead it here or else it can get tough. We will be kneading it again. And then she's drizzling 1 teaspoon of olive oil to coat the dough on the top. She's rolling it around really quickly but gently, and then you can cover this for 10 minutes so the dough can rest for a few. And after 10 minutes, she's going to knead it again, and you can see the texture of the dough is softer than before and it has some elasticity to it. And now she's kneading it again, and this time showing it a little more love. She uses the quote-unquote slamming method to knead it to add more air to the dough and make it lighter. Knead it for at least a good 2 minutes minimum to get the best result. Add another teaspoon of olive oil and then roll the dough around to coat it with the oil. And then cover it again and leave it for 40 minutes this time. After 40 minutes, you can see how pillowy and soft the dough has become. That's why resting the dough is so important. And now let's make the shape of the rolls. She is going to remove all the dough from the bowl onto a floured surface. But first, let's prep and grease a baking dish with a little olive oil. Spread it around for an even coating on the baking dish, and you can set this aside. And now back to the dough. My mom is ever so gently rolling the dough in the flour, making a log type shape so she can divide the dough for the rolls and then cut them into equal parts. She is just estimating here, but this amount of dough can easily make about 12 rolls, depending on how big or small you cut them and roll them. And then gently in your palms, you can roll them and then put them in the prepared baking dish. Make sure they are evenly distributed on the pan and not so close to each other because they need room to rise in the oven. And then you're going to cover them with some plastic wrap or just a kitchen towel. But my mom used both so they can really get to rise properly. And let these rest for another 40 minutes after making the shapes. In the meantime, you can turn on your oven to preheat to 475 degrees Fahrenheit. And after 40 minutes, these are what the rolls or buns will look like. You could smell the yeast, which made it smell like a bakery in the kitchen. She is now going to make an egg wash using 1 egg here in a small bowl and a couple of tablespoons of milk. You can use any milk of your choice, and then just whisk it till it's mixed together. And now just brush the egg wash onto the rolls. This will help give it that golden color on the top. And then she will top a few of them with this everything bagel seasoning. You can also use plain sesame seeds here. This is just to show you that you can make these into a variety of rolls rather than just plain ones. But plain rolls with no toppings is just as good. Now these rolls are ready to go in the preheated oven. You're going to bake these for at least 30 minutes or until the top is golden brown. And after 30 minutes, you can see how gorgeous these look. You can take it out of the oven and let them cool down for a few minutes. These are looking soft, pillowy, and perfect for the holiday table. You can serve these like they do in restaurants at the start of your meal, and I think they are just perfect for the holidays. I want to show you the inside of one and how soft they are and easy to cut into. I just had to try one as soon as they came out of the oven. There's nothing like freshly baked goods. I put some salted butter on top and let it naturally melt on the hot dinner roll. You can also spread some jam or preserves here, which makes for a nice light breakfast. You can use these for egg sandwiches. You can use the same dough to make burger buns at home, or even shape them like breadsticks instead. This recipe is just so versatile and can be made into whatever your creativity leads to. These perfect baked dinner rolls are such a family favorite in our household. My mom makes these often and has a variety of other breads she makes, as it is always better when it's made from scratch. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe before leaving. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Until then, take care of yourselves.